Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. Welcome back to another Sparkstember day, and we are day 24, which is album 24, which is Hippopotamus. Is a hippopotamus in his pool, his pool. So let's get into the. Oh, first of all, let's talk about this wonderful cover. I do love this cover. Just a sneak peek of what I had done last year. This is how I ranked the album covers last year. Of course, Propaganda being the best, but Hippopotamus got to number 5, right? I mean, just above Indiscreet, Pulling Rabbits, and so on. But let's see if that holds up this year. I think it might. I think because I'm pretty sure that's the order that it is in. But we'll go. I'll go through them again, and I'll see if that changed or not. But I do really enjoy this album. It's well, yeah, it's not even here. It's in the player still because I was playing it. Played it in the earphones last night, and yeah, I'll get to some of that earphone stuff very soon in this one because yeah, there's a couple of things I want to point out. So okay, let's just dive into the scoring. So again, I need to do the underlining on the titles here. I'm a little behind on that, but it will be done by next time that you see these. So okay, probably nothing. I bumped it up a point 2 point because it was fine. It's good. It's yeah, yeah, it's good. It's good. But it's not quite very good. But it deserves a couple more points. But look at this: the next three: missionary position, Edith Piaf, and Scandinavian design. They went up. They went up. Giddy Giddy is my favorite song on the album by far, and that was always a 10 out of 10. What the hell? What the hell is it this time? That got a 10 out of 10. And Unaware, of course, that was always a 10. Um, I want to tell you something about Giddy Giddy. When I last night playing it in earphones, the first part of it, just the first maybe the first 30 seconds of the song, like when it starts. I think that's one of the only parts where you really kind of hear it. There's a bell, a bell sound that's in there. It's like ding, 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 and then like and then once that bell goes away, the sound kind of turns into it sounds like a phone ringing, but it's in a certain pattern. It's like, beep, 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 and it goes perfectly with the song. But those are interesting sounds in that song, Giddy Giddy. I love it, and in the headphones, it just makes it all that much better, especially when you have a good sound. On my pair of headphones, they still sound really good. You know, there's so much stuff that it picks up, and I'm always happy with those headphones. I would like if they break, I get exactly the same pair there because it was only a $25 pair of headphones. Sony's. I never go wrong with Sony's. All right. Let's get back into this. Okay. Hippopotamus. That stayed a 9 out of 9, which is, it's very good. It's a very good song, but it's it's not my least favorite song, but yeah, it's a song that I find it just a little bit too. I don't want to say immature or childish, but I mean, the way it starts, I mean, I remember it's just because of the very first time I heard the song, it was with the video, and it seemed almost like that was a video for like a, like a kids show, like almost like a Sesame Street type of deal. That was a segment for a Sesame Street. There's a hippopotamus. You know, I don't know. I mean, I like it. I like where the music kind of goes eventually in there. There's a couple of cool parts, but yeah, but it's still better than some of the other songs, as we'll get to. Like it's better than probably nothing because there's not really much to that. it's just a little intro basically, so that's why I guess a little bit of a tiny bit of a tinier score. But Bummer, of course, I love Bummer. That's a great song. Or I should say, awesome song. It's an awesome song. I wish you were fun. Yeah, I that was always a 10 out of 10. So I kept the same. So tell me, Miss Lincoln. Aside from that, how was the play? I had to admit this time around because I had to bump that up to a 10 out of 10. Same thing with the Amazing Mr. Repeat. That was a 10 out of 10. But when you're a French director, you don't get much more of a bump up. It's about the same. Um, a little bit like Fun. That did get a point 2 extra bumps just to give it a little bit more distinction. That yeah, I enjoyed it, but it was very very good, but it was still not quite great. And then Life with the Macbeth, least favorite song on the album, like last time. Yeah, that didn't change because I don't know. I'm not crazy for that kind of thing. As an ending to an album, it didn't really. I think if I remember correctly last time, if they would just change these two songs around instead of it ending with Life with the Macbeth, if it ended with a little bit like Fun, so the Amazing Mr. Repeat, then Life with the Macbeth, and then ending little bit like Fun. I think that would just you know made it just a little bit better. It would have end off with just a bit of an up instead of going, coming down to the worst song. If if you just change those two songs around, and it would like a 9.2 to an 8. Yeah, it would have been better at the 8 there. Okay, I digress. But look at the final score. It bumped it up from a 9.300 to a 9.560. So yeah, again, it's going to be so awesome at the end of the month going through all the tallies, and you're going to see how like I said, I'm going to completely this weekend before we get to the last episode because we still got three more albums to go. We still have three more to go, and so I'm looking forward to it. Or is it two more to go? Three? No, three more to go because the next one after this is a steady drip, 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 and when I did my last video for the Franz Ferdinand, I forgot to mention this video is coming up next. But the next one will be a steady drip, drip, drip. I'm sure some of this is going to improve, some of this is not going to improve, and we'll see how it goes from there because I did really enjoy this album. Just want to show you where Hippopotamus did get on there. It got to number 8, but the next one, the steady drip drip drip, yeah, it's a little bit higher. And then of course the next one after that, the girl's crying in her latte. And I'm sure Mad, like I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure Mad is going to fit in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm kind of foreseeing that because I can't help myself but want to play it lately, and other things. There's things that I can't stop playing, like Sidebar, like the Claypool Lennon Delirium, you know, Monoliths of Phobos. Awesome, awesome. I can't stop playing that. I actually play that on my. I'll play that on my speaker, and I'll have it in my jacket pocket as I'm biking home at night, and I'll be playing that as I'm biking home because it's so funky, and I want to hear it in the earphones again because it's so good. All right, I am done with this one. It's not going to be as long. So you know what I'm going to say. If you're thinking of subscribing to me, go watch some other videos first. I want you to be entertained and happy here, and I want you to enjoy my content. If you're not here to enjoy my content, don't just willy-nilly subscribe to me until until you're comfortable here. All right, but of course, don't be afraid to hit the like button. Those are free. You can give as many like buttons presses as you want for people. Those are always helpful. Leave me comments because I love hearing from you, and I do my best to get back to your comments. If you left a comment and you don't see a channel heart eventually, that means YouTube glitched and hid your comment from me because I try to respond to everybody. I love you all. Okay, I don't snub you, and I'm never going to overlook you guys. If I can respond, I will. All right, and that's it. Just be safe, take care. I will see you on the flip side, and please, everybody, just have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.